What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and welcome back to episode 13 of the Hardcore Chronicles. And I've got to say, right now, it's a great day to be alive. Yes, prior to this recording, I was running around over here on the very perimeter of the downtown west zone, and I ran into the world's end control point, and I figured to myself, you know what, I'll just go ahead and resupply this, which means I had to take it over, and this ought to be easy, right? So I run over there. This was right after I finished Hardcore episode 12, and yeah, when I say that I came within a sliver of dying, I came within a sliver of dying. It was that close. I'm in combat here, so I'm going to attempt to calm myself as I go over this situation, this story, this drama that was unfolding. Anyway, for those of you that are familiar with that, you know, downtown west and the west end, the world's end control point is right on the border. It's literally right on the line. So if you're on basically the east side of that border, you're in a zone that kind of matches up with your character level, but as soon as you step over into that west end, which is way over in the northwest part of this map, the NPCs get decidedly harder. So I'm just concentrating on this right now. Okay, let's go in here. These first two chambers don't really require much of me. Let me paint the scenario for you. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go take the world's end control point. I go over there, and I'm absolutely just murking away with that build that I had coming out of Hardcore episode 12. It was no problem. All right, so I clear it out, took my time, methodically took out all the NPCs, no issues. Call in, you know, signal flare in for the friendlies to show up. They start running in, and who shows up but a roving band of outcasts. And when I say they didn't have, I guess a level above their head, they did not have a level above their head. They were just triangles with skulls, which meant they were there to kick my butt. And they came in hot and heavy, throwing Molotov cocktails and everything like that. And I was way underpowered to take these dudes on. So luckily for me, they tried to charge me up a stairwell, and I still had the M60 from last episode, and I had changed over the Mosin Nagant for, I think it was an SRS. So I had a slightly heavier hitting marksman rifle. Anyway, they start to charge up this short stairwell, like literally this size at me. I managed to hit one of their grenade bags, or, you know, their flammable bags or something, so it explodes, and they all catch on fire. So then I've got them all under fire, and I'm literally just wailing on them, and it's taking way too much time, because you remember, I'm way underpowered compared to these guys. Anyway, drop all four of them there on the stairwell, so I'm like, whew. You know, disaster averted, we're good, right? So, yeah, this is where it gets really good. I mean, if it wasn't tense up till now, it's going to get even more tense. So, the friendlies show up. I'm still kind of fighting off the level of the reinforcements that are supposed to be there for, you know, the control point that I'm taking over. Remember, you know, how it always says, you know, enemy reinforcements inbound. Another outcast comes out of nowhere, and he's got that skull over his head, so he's obviously out of his zone. He's way overpowered for what I am. He jumps this wall and unloads on me, and I'm on the second level. For those of you who know about the world's end, it's kind of like a multi-tiered control point with like a roof over it. He jumps it, and he hits me with like a burst. One burst out of his weapon, and it takes all my armor off, and it takes me down to, when I say there was just a sliver of orange left, there was a sliver of orange left. Now, I managed to pop the repair drone, and I ran into a room, and right there, like right where the cache and everything is for that control point, it's like a doorway and everything, and I was like, I'm screwed, it's over. You know, hardcore episodes are over at this point, because this guy he was just hell-bent on just demolishing me straight up at that point. the friendlies show up and distract him long enough that I'm able to like pop an armor kit, and then he starts to direct his attention at me again, and I had at least enough cover where I could sit there and unload on him with the M60, and I was able to drop him. So I'm gradually coming off the endorphin rush. I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? It's just the end of this series, but wow. That almost just happened, and those guys should not have been in that zone. Like, those outcasts should not have been there. They came roaming across the border, and I somehow, I don't know, I mean, I pulled a rabbit out of a hat. I somehow defeated these guys on the stairwell, resupplied the control point, and let's just say I got the hell out of there and ran right back over to any friendly area I could, and basically just calm down before making my way over here to this mission. So anyway, let's talk about this mission. We are a 15, almost at a 16. This is the bank mission. As you can see, gear is quite a bit different right now. So in the previous episode, grab some more gear. This is a Mark 17, better known as a Scar H. This is I think it's a superior version, so it's a purple version. Is that the superior version? I don't know. I just called it purple. Anyway, it's a purple version, and it does have a couple perks on it. I think it's got stable and I forgot the name of it, but it's a perk that the more that you shoot, or excuse me, the talent, the more that you shoot, the further it gets into the magazine, the more damage it does. I'm sorry, it's just evading me right now. I never use it, but here it is on this weapon. I had to finagle with the gear just a bit because it requires that you have 5 or less offensive attributes or offensive points. I had 6, so I had to kind of mess around with the gloves a little bit, but you know I'm a huge fan of the Mark 17, and here is a purple version here as a rank 15 taking on a 16, and I was like, yeah, we're going to use this weapon. Base damage is kind of average on this particular one I have, but yeah, it's hitting them just fine. So let's make our way in here. Wow. For those of you that have done your hardcore playthroughs, maybe you can leave one of those oh crap moment descriptions down in the video description below, because that was, first off, it was like one of those things. Let me go get the collectible over here on the right in case you don't know. It's right here. There we go. Got it. For those of you who don't know, there was just, there's no possible way I should have survived that. Let's just put it that way. I should not have survived it. Something just, my accuracy was on, and I hit the, you know, the flammable bag that those outcasts carry, especially those guys that have those, you know, the Molotov cocktails, and it blew up on the stairs and basically shoehorned them all in. I was like, thank God that happened, because it was over. It was over. Anyway, you can see I've ditched the M60 as well. I'm running around with a Carbine 7 with a Allegro on it. Probably not going to use it much, but, you know, want to switch it up a little bit. Main weapon is going to be this Mark 17, which just hits for a ton of damage. Very accurate, easy to get follow-up shots. You know the drill with this thing. Makes it very, very, very easy. Alright, so let's mod around here. I'm just gradually grabbing some gear. I'm never going to use a pistol, but oh, hey, it looks great on the over there with a massive suppressor on it, right? Get rid of the junk, and let's go into the next area. Next area is pretty easy to handle as well, so yeah, calming down, right? Calming down. Almost over. All those hours leading up to now were almost gone right there, because some guys jumped the border and decided to come take over a control point that they should not have been at. Like I was like, how did these guys end up in this zone? Because I'm on the opposite side of this control point. Now, I didn't cross over their side, but they decided, you know, they were hell-bent. I think someone at Massive sent them for me right there. They're like, we're going to end the Hardcore Chronicles right now. Watch this. We're going to have these guys, you know, break from their programming. They're going to jump the border, and they're going to kind of take out Buzz and all of his dreams and aspirations of a perfect hardcore run-through at the World's End. I mean, what a fitting place to get dropped to, right? The World's End. So you can see I threw the turret way out there. I just want to slow them down a little bit. I know they're going to take out the turret. It's not strong enough because there's a heavy that comes in here first. There's like a veteran. But it slows them down. You can see it chews up clock. And then they'll come running in. And yeah, the Mark 17 does its job. I'll get the turret back eventually. And I'll probably put it down basically at the 1 o'clock position in front of me. But I've got a really good spot for cover up here. I've already blasted this guy's chest piece off. Perfect. And then that veteran over there. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, bounced him off the stairs. I'm just going to grab this to get out of the way. So I really, I want you to be as descriptive as possible. I want you to leave your moment. When did it almost all end for you on your hardcore run-through? Or when was the moment that it ended for you on your hardcore run-through? You know, like what level were you at? And what was the scenario that ended it for you? Or how did you escape? What was your Houdini moment, excuse me, because that was my Houdini moment right there so far. Like up until this point, I have not really struggled. We're about to be a 16. I don't think I've ever really even touched into the health bar. But when I say there was virtually no orange left on my health bar, there was virtually no orange left on my health bar. I mean, it was that close. I was like, this is it. You know, you start hearing the hymnal in your head or something like that. It's over. Last rites. All right, so should be. I think that's it. It's probably just one of their. Oh no, here comes another wave of them. All right, this ought to be easy. Yep, there's one. Mark 17 just drops him. Ooh, hit the grenade bag from here. I don't know what that guy's doing over there. I'm sure it's going to chew him up. There we go. So, after that, over at the World's End, this is actually kind of thankful. I'm kind of happy to be able to just breeze through a mission right now, because that was scary. You know, and I mean, even when I was taking over the control point, I think there was like 3 waves that came in or something, or maybe no. Oh, I know what happened is right as I was finishing taking it over, like a resource convoy or something went by, and I guess I shot at him or something, and I triggered him. Anyway, there's 3 waves of those guys that came in, so it was just over and over and over. It's just waves and waves and waves. It was just. I was on pins and needles. Like you could cut the tension with a knife. It was that close. I don't normally have those kind of moments with this game where I'm just like, wow. But you know, when there's such a sense of finality with hardcore. Like you screw up just once, you let your guard down just once, like I did, and you have the potential to just cost yourself everything. And I guess that's why I'm playing it, right? You know, it's basically like survival. It's a lengthy survival. Why don't we switch over to the Carbine 7 just so I can showcase a little bit here. There you go, Carbine 7. Yay. Sounds great. Shoots really fast. It's a decent AR. It's pretty stable. Fairly accurate. Has a high rate of fire, but it's not going to do nearly as much damage as like my Mark 17 when I'm pegging away with that thing. So like I said, I look forward to reading your descriptions in the video comment section below. Like and use keep it clean, but use as much descriptive language as you can. I want to know exactly what happened, and I really look forward to those because those are like horror tales for me. Let's see, D&H. Providence. The thing is with the Providence, I've got 3 pieces of it on right now. So I'm picking up weapon damage with it as well. I think health as well. Just getting rid of some junk. Do have some generic mods starting to show up, so I'm starting to stack those onto the gear. Still not nearly enough skill power to really do much at all. But all I need is the turret to basically draw some aggro, maybe supplement just a little bit of the DPS that I'm not pushing out because I'm concentrating solely on armor and health. All right, next chamber in here, we find out that President Ellis is a traitor. At this point, if you didn't know that he was, as soon as you hear him when he's like arguing with these guys, the hyenas, you should have known at that point. So here's The carbine 7 at distance. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, obviously with the Mark 17, I'd be just absolutely obliterating these guys, but let's get the poison out on them. Hopefully that one of those guys will run through it. To see that. That one should. There he is. He's getting poisoned pretty badly. There you go. And the poison gas. So yeah, the Mark 17 is definitely, for this run through, I'm, you know, up to, God willing, I make it up to rank 30 perfectly on this hardcore run through. I'm probably going to focus quite a bit on that Mark 17 and gradually, you know, getting better and better versions of it because it's just so good. Those of you who watched my Best in Class Rifles for TU6 video, you know, I'm going to take this guy out with him. There we go, Mark 17. You know that the ACR SS actually out DPS'd the Mark 17, but that was based, you know, you gotta give it to it. It was based more on the RPM of the ACR SS over the Mark 17, but I really prefer the Mark 17 because if you can't hit the shots, then how are you gonna land any DPS, right? Get up here, you traitor. We all know the truth about you. Fake President Ellis.
It's me.
I gotta get a couple forearm shivers on this guy when I can.
Roger that, Mr. President.
I'll let you.
We've already got a bird in the air.
Let you get your vocals in, Mr. President.
Access at your location.
Over there.
Blow the damn roof off.
But still, from me to you. There you go.
Fine. Get me to the atrium.
All right, so we're almost at the end of this mission. After that really long space administration mission, this is kind of a breath of fresh air. Excuse me. Even my words are struggling right now. There's a lot of cover in here, a lot of areas where I can just take advantage of very straight firing lines, where I've basically got NPCs charging right at me, which makes it really easy. Okay. Oh, yeah, there they are. Forgotten they come out over there. Just waiting for them to charge in at the beginning. Mark 17. So right now I don't have, I just got the basic mods that you unlock. I haven't actually crafted any at the base. So I just got the basic mods that you unlock from the Quartermaster. We're just running the 20 round box mag on it, which is fine. I mean, this weapon pushes out some serious damage. Look at that, I just mowed through all of them. This section right here, always interesting. They blow out the roof here for the bank.
Well, that's a load of shit. Kill every last one of those fuckers. I want them dead.
I can just shoot President Ellis right off the line right here. What do you think? Should I? Let's get him. Look at that. He goes right through the girders up there. Ow. There we go. Division 2 over. You failed the mission. You shot fake President Ellis. All right, let's go down and finish up this last section down here. I think we're going to take on Roach. I think it's Roach. And then we should be done with this one. So, yeah. Wow. Oh, by the way, last episode, too, remember I threw out the fact that, you know, Super Bowl's coming up. Leave your predictions down in the video description, but that is for last video. So you need to take a look at Hardcore Episode 12. Hardcore Episode 12 is where you need to leave your comment. You need to pick the winner, and you need to give me the score. And we'll figure out something special for whoever gets it closest. You know, either, you know, you pick the winner and then the closest score. Maybe you can nail the score. That'd be even better. We'll have to ask you for the lotto numbers. All right, so let's get the turret straight out in front of us. This is pretty easy as long as you're paying attention. Priority is anything that shoots explosives. So grenadiers, anyone that can hurl grenades, or even those RC trucks. This one I'm shooting right here. There we go. Those are the priorities. The other guys that are shooting are not a real priority to me. I'm not really concerned with them. They don't do much. All right, so we got the laser sight coming at us. That means the snipper's up there. Let's take him out. And he's down. All right, here comes Roach. Pretty standard with Roach. You got to watch out for Roach. He shoots these gas grenades that disorient you. It makes it really difficult on mouse to waggle all over the place. And, oh, here we go. On cue. Look at this. Disoriented. Thank you, Roach. I don't know where I'm going. There we go. So we got the turret taking him on one side. I'm going to take him at a different angle here so I've got some cover. Bang him around this wall here. Just keep firing at him. Pretty soon his armor will break. And there we go. Roach is down. Grenadier. I think we got one more we got to take out. There we go.
You're a credit to the
Yes.
division, Agent. I
Rank
look forward
up.
to
We're
working
up
with you once you
to
get back to
16 now.
base.
Let's give him the
This has been a
hand.
huge
There we go.
victory for
You know what
us.
I'm giving the hand? The
Good to have
world's
you back,
end
Mr.
control
President.
point.
Hey
An
there.
outcast that should not be
President
running
Ellis
across
wanted
the
to talk to you.
borders that are
He wants
clearly
to say thank you for saving him.
clearly over leveled for that area that they were in.
Agent,
I
you ready
think
for
they were
another
sent by
skill hack?
Massive to
Come
end my
back to the
run.
base
I
and we'll set you up.
seriously do. Somebody was trying to play a prank on me. These guys just had red triangles over their heads with skulls in it. Like, we're death. We're here to kill you. Yeah, that was not where I wanted to be. And somehow, I tell you, I'm sorry I did not get it recorded. Somehow I hit the grenade bag or whatever the bag that houses their explosive material, and it lit them all on fire. It's the only thing that saved my life, because they would have stomped me. They would have come up the stairs and just curb stomped me. Anyway, next thing, return to the White House. We freed President, or fake President, Ellis, and we got to go through his cutscene, and that would probably be a good place to end this episode. Let's fast travel back over there. I don't want to risk anything right now. My hand is still shaking a little bit. Surprised I was even as accurate as I was with the Mark 17 in this episode. Alright, so we're back at the boo. It says meet the president. Let me run over here to the quartermaster really quickly. Yeah, there we go. We'll unlock a skill. Why don't we grab a shield? Probably not going to use... Is that the bulwark I'm getting? Yeah, okay, let's get the bulwark. Bulwark is the most resilient of the shields. That's the one I want. There we go. Another skill unlocked. And let's jog up here and go through our cutscene with President Ellis. As usually with the cutscenes, I will shut my mouth so you get the full effect.
Ah, there we are. I wanted to thank you personally. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be at the mercy of those hyena assholes. We all owe a debt of gratitude to the division and the sacrifices you've made to keep our country together. You're the doer of deeds, as Roosevelt once put it. Now it's my responsibility to direct those deeds toward an even greater good. As Agent Kelso suspected, samples of a broad-spectrum antiviral medication were sent to D.C. as a continuity of government measure. Let me be clear. We're talking about a way to combat viral infection. Polio, influenza, dengue fever, the common cold, green poison. Not a vaccine. A cure. I know where the package is located, but to access it, I'll need the briefcase I was carrying aboard Air Force One.
We believe the briefcase is with the True Sons in the Capitol.
Then get it back. I don't care how you do it. Just get it done. If we're going to get this country back on track, we have to be willing to do things that won't be popular. But I'm not here to woo voters. I'm here to get shit done. And I expect you are too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm back after the cutscene. We got to hear fake President Ellis tell us that we need to go get his briefcase, which is in the Capitol building, which is obviously the end of the game. But I think this is probably a perfect spot to end this video. If you have not taken the time to do so, or first-time viewer, please take the time to smash that sub button. And while you're here, click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from my YouTube channel. Also, greatly appreciated if you could take the time to rate the video with either a thumbs up or down. If you are interested in supporting me and my YouTube channel, check in the video description below for links to my Teespring merch page, and if you want to support me directly, to my Patreon page. If you're interested in following me over on Twitter for all my thoughts concerning everything The Division, here is my Twitter link on screen. Woo! Until next episode, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.